Good morning. This is X-Pulse AI Morning Mix. Today is Friday, July 3rd, 2026. We're starting with OpenAI's staggered GPT 5.6 rollout, then Microsoft's $2.5 billion AI deployment push, and a pair of big infrastructure moves from NVIDIA and nuclear power. Orion's here, ready to jump in?
Ready, let's do it.
Lead story, OpenAI and GPT 5.6. What happened?
Al Jazeera reported on July 1st that the U.S. pressed OpenAI to stagger GPT 5.6's rollout. OpenAI launched it to a small set of vetted partners first, not broadly. They're framing it as phase testing, more controlled access before any wider availability.
Is this a one-off or the new normal for frontier releases?
It's trending toward the new normal. Labs are converging on trusted partner gates, partly safety, partly politics. If governments expect staged releases, model launches start to look more like clinical trials. Limited enrollment, lots of monitoring, then expansion if nothing breaks.
What should people watch for next from OpenAI?
Two signals: how quickly the partner pool expands, and whether OpenAI publishes any safety or eval summaries with the phase changes. If the gate stays tight for long, it suggests regulators are effectively shaping release strategy, not just advising.
Microsoft just put real money behind AI adoption. What did they announce?
CNBC reported on July 2nd that Microsoft is launching a dedicated AI deployment unit, $2.5 billion committed, and about 6,000 employees. Microsoft says it's about implementing and scaling AI with customers, citing early work with London Stock Exchange Group and Unilever.
So is this just consulting with better branding?
It's adjacent, but the intent is operational: repeatable playbooks, reference architectures, and change management packaged into deployments, likely tied tightly to Azure, Copilot, and their model stack. Think AI factory installation team, not slide deck delivery. Your inbox just felt a disturbance.
Why does this matter competitively?
Because the bottleneck is no longer model demos, it's integration. Whoever makes deployment boring and reliable wins budget. A 6,000-person unit is Microsoft betting that Services Plus platform will be the moat, especially as model capabilities start to look more comparable.
Let's stay on the business side. NVIDIA is reshaping how AI clouds buy infrastructure. What's the move?
On July 2nd, NVIDIA wrote on its blog that it's inviting AI cloud providers into a program with revenue sharing and credit support to buy an NVIDIA infrastructure and sell multi-tenant AI services. The goal is to make capital-heavy AI factories easier to stand up, especially for emerging providers.
What changes if NVIDIA is sharing revenue, not just selling chips?
Alignment and leverage. NVIDIA can pull forward demand by easing financing while capturing upside from service revenue. For clouds, it reduces upfront pain. For customers, it could mean more NVIDIA-powered capacity comes online faster, but also deeper dependence on NVIDIA's economics and platform rules.
Any catch people should be aware of?
Watch the fine print: which workloads qualify, how metering works, and whether this crowds out smaller hardware ecosystems. If your infrastructure vendor starts acting like a bank, you're in a new market structure, whether you asked or not.
Now the sci-fi headline, a microreactor running an AI chip, real or just a stunt?
Bloomberg reported on July 1st that Valar Atomics used its Ward 250 advanced microreactor in Utah to power an NVIDIA Blackwell AI chip in a demonstration, and briefly hosted a website on reactor-generated electricity. Valar and NVIDIA said it's an exploration step, not a commercial deployment.
What's the practical point of nuclear-powered AI systems?
Energy density and siting. If you can put reliable power near compute, you ease grid constraints for data centers, especially for always-on inference. But reactors bring long timelines, regulation, and safety cases. Today, it's proof of possibility. Tomorrow, it's permits, economics, and public trust.
Bottom line, should we expect data centers with microreactors soon?
Not soon at scale. Expect pilots, partnerships, and feasibility studies first. The near-term impact is signaling. AI power demand is so intense that how do we power it is now a core product conversation, not an afterthought.
All right, let's hit a few fast-moving threads that frame the rest of the market.
Fortune reported on July 1st that the bipartisan Create AI Act is gaining momentum as a practical federal bill focused on shared resources and guardrails for experimentation. Also on July 1st, Bank Info Security said the Federal Trade Commission proposed a policy push targeting AI model outputs, with public comments open through July 31st.
So Washington is nudging both build safely and don't mislead people at once.
Exactly. And Business Standard reported on July 2nd that the U.S. government is in advanced talks with AI companies on voluntary model standards aimed at safety, transparency, and controlled releases. Separately, TechCrunch reported July 2nd that Anthropic is in talks with Samsung about a custom AI inference chip. No deal yet.
And the money behind the scenes, anything notable?
Tech Funding News reported on July 2nd that SoftBank is offering to personally guarantee a $10 billion loan tied to its OpenAI stake after IPO delays unsettled lenders. And the Register reported on July 2nd that a UN scientific panel urged coordinated global AI governance to reduce catastrophic risk.
That's Xpulse AI Morning Mix from Xpulse for Friday, July 3rd, 2026. Share it with someone who'd find it useful. See you next time.